Ultimate epic battle simulator. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Here is a sandbox like no other. Create massive battles with absolutely no limits. Want to see 10,000 chickens fight an army of Romans? Sure, why not? Want to see a company of World War II US soldiers fight 11,000 medieval soldiers? There are simply no limits to the carnage you can achieve in Epic Battle Simulator. Mess around with the massive variety of units, everything from Roman centurions, medieval soldiers, knights, orcs, trolls, and yes, chickens. The main focus in this game is giving the player no restrictions to what he can do. This is why we decided not to limit the amount of units in battle. Want to see what a battle of 100,000 units look like? We don't recommend going past 10,000 for most machines, but it's your CPU. Do what you want. On top of that, you can play as any one of the units in the game, getting up close and personal to help change the tides of a massive battle. Yes guys, this is hilarious, this game. I streamed this for I think 3 hours the other day. Everybody enjoyed it. It was so much fun. We ended up with a huge face-off on these plains between about 1,000 Spartans. There was medieval archers. There was some heavy knights. There was 2 Chuck Norrises. Yes, he's in. I think there was 8,000 orcs, and they were flanked by 30,000 chickens on one side and 30,000 penguins on the other. It's something else, guys, when you see the Spartan army flanked by penguins. But that's the name of the game. The game is just a bit of fun. You pretty much set out the battle that you want to see take place, and then you say go, and that's it. All hell breaks loose. You don't actually control the battle once it's started, although you can take possession of one of the units on the battlefield and do what you want to do, run around and attack. But that's not really where the game is. Where the game is just kind of coming up with these ideas in your head of what you want to see fighting each other. There's also a castle in this big sandbox map that you can put units in the castle and have other units attacking the castle. You've got catapults. You've got pretty much all the medieval soldiers, from archers to heavy knights. You've got 2 special units. I've already mentioned Chuck Norris. The other one is this golden knight. You've got big units. You've got these giant orcs, and then you've got the standard orcs. You've got wild men. You've got cavalry guys. You've got chickens. You've got penguins, and a lot more. You've got the Spartans, you've got the Romans. There's pretty much everything. But what else you've got is a customization button where you can actually customize the units, change their attributes, and you can change the name. And then when you do a new battle, you can bring your own unit in. You can name it after yourself if you want, and bring that into battle, and with the stats that you've decided, and see how well it does. I buffed the chickens last night. I buffed 30,000 chickens. I give them a speed buff, hit point buff, and an attack buff, and they did mighty well. But they just couldn't defeat the Spartans. It's hilarious. There's only one map at the minute, but this is kind of an alpha. It's not for sale yet. I was just kind of given this off the developer, so unfortunately I don't know how much it costs, and I don't know when it's coming out either. I haven't got any of that information yet. I don't think that information has been released. Hi guys, sorry to interrupt your Worthabuy video, but I'm Mac from the future. I've just had an email from the developer who's just said that the game will release on the 12th of April. He's also added a new map. It's just been updated with a new map and a new unit called the Tortoise. The new map is set in the desert. Past Mac knows nothing about this. I've just popped in to actually put this into the edit. He's downstairs having a cup of tea. So I'm going to hand you back to Past Mac, who knows nothing about this, but I will put some of the footage in the video of the new map and the new unit. So there you go, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. But keep an eye out for it. I will be doing more videos on this, probably more streams, because it was such a great stream that I'll be putting the stream up probably this weekend, so you can have a laugh. It's so funny watching these huge armies. And what really amazed me was how well it all ran. I mean, if you remember when I did, was it Ultimate Battle Simulator? Once you get over 200 units in that, it pretty much grinds to a halt. But in this, I had something like, I don't know, 100,000 units going, pretty much, nearly, certainly 80,000 I'll have had going last night. And yeah, the frames per second went down to 10, but you can certainly have 10, 20, 30,000 in the game with 30 frames a second. So it is very, very well optimized. I mean, hats off to the guy. He's done a terrific job of this. The actual AI combat is a bit odd. Sometimes they get stuck in walls, and it seems to take, the more troops you have in, the harder it is for them to navigate. Another thing, while I'm in the criticism mode for this, I think it needs more commands. You can go into take possession of a character and then issue some commands, but it's lacking terribly. What you need is, you need the ability to maybe change a group from defend to attack, because when you're creating the battle initially, you have to tell them what they're going to do, but you can only say, look, attack or defend. And sometimes you want them on defense, like if you were guarding a narrow pass, like the pass of Thermopylae, what the Spartans did. You might want them to do that, but then you might want some time in the battle for them to go on the attack, and you can't. They're just stuck on defense for the whole rest of the battle, which is a big problem really, because it limits your imagination to how you want certain battles. Also as well, another thing I would like is a reinforcement timer. One of the levels that I did, I put myself in a castle behind 300 heavy knights, and in front of them, down at the bottom of the castle, I had, I think, 1,000 archers, and they were being attacked off 4,000 zombies, and it was so much fun. But I also had I wanted some reinforcements to come, and I wanted to see if the reinforcements could save me, because I knew the zombies would get through all the troops, but could the reinforcements save me before I died? But I wasn't able to sort of say after 10 minutes spawn these units and bring them in. I had to put some reinforcements at the other side of the map that would take 10 minutes to get there, and that's how I did it. I would like to see more control in the actual setup of the battles rather than the actual taking possession of a character, because I don't think that's worth even bothering with. The taking possession of a character, just, you know, it's alright for a gimmick, but I think the real battle is from the top down. You can have some amazing, truly epic battles in this, and it really runs well, despite when you have hundreds of thousands in and it grinds to a halt. But you know, they're just ridiculously sized battles. But normal sized battles run really well, and it is so much fun. It's so much fun. We all had a great laugh in the stream, and I'll do more videos on this when it comes out, but I can't thumb it up or down because it's not even priced. So I don't know. I mean, it might be $1 million, whereas it would be a thumb down. So there you go guys, that's Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. It is a really good game to play and certainly one to watch for the future.